We're back, baby. Week 3 was kind to Radio Griff. Before Monday Night Football, Griff, you have 10. I said 10 wins.
How'd you do?
It's not really about me, Griff. I'm more about featuring other people on the show, but since you asked, not so well. Only 8. I went 8-7. You're 10-5, of course, before Lions, Ravens. We'll give you those results at some point. We got to leave them. We got to leave them wanting more, Griff. That's what we do here on the show. That's the only reason people are here. They want more of you and less of me. So let's give them more of you, Griff. How do you feel knowing that you beat the Wenz this week?
It finally happened, right? It's the first time this year. You've beat me the first 2 weeks. So I imagine our overall standings are pretty neck and neck.
That's right.
So, yeah, it's I'm glad I am back on track. And I'm looking forward to taking the lead for good this week.
Ooh, I like it. I love the spirit. I love the vibes, as the kids would say. But I'm ready to ask you one question. Do you have a kilt ready for bright and early Sunday morning?
Thank God. I love having football on Sunday morning. It's the best. It's like, this is what it's got to be like to live out west. When you live in California, you've got football starting at 10 a.m. on Sunday every week. And this week you have it out there, starting at 6:30. So, yeah, we get a little taste of that West Coast life.
To Dublin, Sunday morning, bright and early. I'll be probably getting ready for church and possibly streaming this during the boring parts of the sermon. We'll see. If you heard that and you go to church with me, you already know. Vikings 2-1, taking on Aaron Rodgers. 2-1 too. This is the battle of 2s and 1s, this baby. And Aaron Rodgers stepped it up, and he's back on track.
Who's going to be the Vikings quarterback this week?
I think McCarthy's still not cleared, right? So it'll be Pennsylvania, right?
Oh my, yeah. You know, and I think the Steelers, I think they're kind of a fraudulent 2-1. You know, I'm not sure if I'm buying into them. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings in this game. I like the coaching. I'm a big fan of the Vikings coaching staff. I don't think they've built this team almost the same way the Niners are built, where you can have Mac Jones, you can have Carson Wentz. It doesn't matter. You've got enough other pieces around you, and you have a premier coaching staff. You're still going to win the game. So I like the Vikings.
Griff says plug and chug, Vikings on the long road. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think they're frauds. I do not think so. It's all alleged frogs. You got to use that word in frogs or frauds. Either way, both are alleged claims. On to Sunday afternoon, and of course, the Commanders, the Commies, take on the Falcons. Real quick, I don't want to kick a man when he's down, but I had no idea that the Falcons were into running through cornfields backwards. 30-0. That is despicable. Against Carolina, I mean, if it's against a good team, 30-0, that's a bad day. But what happened? Where did they go to the club? What's your take on that, Griff?
You know what? I think it starts at the top, right? I mean, obviously there's ownership issues. There's a Rich McKay, the president of everything. There's, a lot of issues with him. He keeps hiring bad coaches, it seems. And then it trickles down, and this coaching staff just is not up to snuff. Raheem Morris, maybe a great DC, maybe a great guy, but is he head coach material in the NFL in 2025? Going up against the Kyle Shanahans and McConnells and all these other, the Ben Johnsons. No, he's not. He's not the guy. And now I saw this week they're going to move the OC. They're going to move him from the booth to the field now. That's going to make a big difference. Rearranging the decks, the chairs on the deck of the Titanic, right? That's what's happening here. We know what's coming. We know this whole thing's about to be blown up. And like you said, losing to Carolina of all teams. Lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Bills, Eagles, lose to them that way, okay? But to Carolina? Yeah. So I'm not sure if I can even pick the Falcons this week.
Wow. Well, I mean, no Jaden Daniels, right? He's still kind of,
And they seem fine without him, right? And they're a strong team. I'm going to take the Commanders in this game.
I'm going to have some faith in the Falcons. I feel like this is a bounce back game. If anything, they make it close, but I'll take Atlanta at home. The 0-3 Saints, this is what I wanted to talk about. When you start talking about week 4, we got those 0-3 teams. They're up against the wall. Coaches they got threats in their mailbox. Kids might have to change schools. Wife's threatening divorce. And I'm kind of wondering if this is happening in New Orleans because they're going up to Buffalo. What a bad ticket to pull. I mean, the 3-0 Bills, is there a chance they fall asleep? They almost fell asleep against Miami.
It's true. But no, the Saints are bad. The Saints are very bad. They're not going to Buffalo and winning. Like, there's no way. Like, this is the lock of the year, maybe, right? So, I would take the Bills in this game. I don't think there's much to even...
Yeah, lock of the year indeed. I'll take the Bills at home there. But if it happens, man, oh man, whoever calls that, unless they call like 10 upsets, then it doesn't count. The 1-2 Browns, by the way, were we wrong? They beat up on Green Bay. Who saw that come? Nobody saw that. You say you saw that come and you're full of it. I'm just going to say it.
I agree.
Yeah. 1-2. But they're going up against the Lions who play tonight. You know, not sure. Monday. You know, we're doing this on Monday. So we don't know what happened between them and Baltimore. I'm assuming the best because, you know, me and Dan are eventually going to have a beer. Let's pretend this is a beer. It's a coffee mug. One day it'll happen. Maybe not today. What's your take on this game? Cleveland at Detroit.
I think I have to go with the Lions in this game. I think the Bears, the Browns, was that their Super Bowl essentially, meeting the Packers? Like, are they going to have a better win all year? Everyone's been high on, everyone, when they do their power rankings, had the Packers or Bills basically number one, right?
Yep.
Then here come the Browns. They take care of business against the Packers. I'll go with the Lions in this game. I just think they have more weapons. They're a stronger team. I'd go with the Lions.
Indeed. And if they lose against Baltimore, it gives them even more reason to win, right?
Right.
0-3, another offer. 0-3 at 0-3. Now, this is actually, I think, going to be a good game. You say, Wenz, what are you on to think that two 0-3 teams could provide us quality entertainment? Well, I'm here to tell you that both of these teams are so up against the wall that they have no choice. They have no choice but to pull out the Hail Marys, the flea flickers, the trick plays. Look, you're not selling seats at 0-3. You're not going to put the butts in the seats. You're not going to sell the ads. This is the way it goes. It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. As far as this game goes, Radio Griff, Tennessee at Houston. Pick your loser, essentially.
Yeah, season's over for the one who loses this game, right? Starting 0-4, a few division losses. You got to pick Houston in this game, right? We've just seen so much regression from them, though. Like, we thought C.J. Stroud was one of the, next great QBs, and I don't know, man. I think we talked about this last week. I think this is what happens when you have a defensive-minded head coach. The offense kind of takes a back seat. Yeah, their defense has been good, but the offense, not what we thought it was going to be. But, man, I don't think the Titans are there yet. I think their coaching staff might be even worse. I do think that the Texans have good coaches. They just are more defensive-minded. Or the Titans, I think, are just a mess. Cam Ward has shown some flashes. But yeah, I'd have to go with the Texans in this game.
Yeah, I think the Texans get their first win this Sunday. The 1-2 Panthers got a huge win last week. We talked about it against the Falcons. But they're headed up to New England to take on the 1-2 Pats. The battle of 1-2zers. What's your take on this one?
Who's watching this game? Does anyone care? Does anyone care about this game?
You'd have to be a fan of one of these two teams to actually care.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of money on the game, and I'm not sure how would you put money on this game. How would you know who to pick in this game? Who to win? I'd go with the Patriots. That seems like the right pick. That's who I'd go with.
Sure, they're at home. Why not? I feel like the Panthers. Exactly. That was their Super Bowl, like you said. With Cleveland. Last week was Carolina's Super Bowl against Atlanta. The 3-0 Bolts, you called it. They beat the Broncos. I was wrong. I ate crow on that one. But they're 3-0, and again, they're going up against the Giants, who are up against the wall here. And the Giants, week to week, I just don't know what we're getting.
They're talking about maybe replacing the quarterback already. A lot of drama there. I thought maybe the offense last week would come out and look a little better than they did against the Chiefs. I thought they might give the Chiefs a game, but they didn't. The Chargers are looking like, Jim Harbaugh is doing Jim Harbaugh things, right? All he does is win, right? Even losing Najee, they got this young guy running instead, though. He looks fine. I know they've had some issues with offensive line, defensive. Like they got Jim Harbaugh. That's all that matters. They're gonna be fine. Jim Harbaugh isn't losing to the Giants. That's all you have to know.
Well, there you have it, and I agree. I think the Chargers are red hot. Justin Herbert's MVP season. It's happening, baby. And then there was a team that I need to apologize to. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Tampa Bay. Listen, I got some shade online, Griff. I had people messaging me and saying, dude, how do you call yourself a fan when you pick against your team? Well, yeah, I'm a fan, but also you see what you see. I'm not afraid to see what I see. As the Gipper would say, Ronald Reagan, I am not afraid to see what I see, but they showed me something different. 1 in 33,000, the odds to force 2 blocked field goals, 1 for a game-winning touchdown. And Jordan Davis did that. And I don't know what to believe. Now I have to believe. Like, I feel like I've been blinded by the light. It's like, whoa, I just encountered something, and I've just seen something. I'm a new man. I'm a new man. I'm all in on the Birds. They're going undefeated this year. Undefeated. They showed me everything I need to see, and they are going to beat their nemesis, this team they've not been able to get over the hump against Tampa. It's like they have our number. No more, no mas, says the Wenz. Philadelphia rolls into Tampa Bay and gets the win against Baker and company. What say you?
No, I think they come back down to earth after last week. I mean, just a fluke win for the Eagles. I mean, the Rams had that game. The Rams are obviously the better team, and they allowed the Eagles to make these fluke plays, and they choked the game away. I think, like you said, Tampa's had the Eagles' number lately, and I think that continues this week. I like Tampa.
And then the 3-0 Colts. Red hot. The AFC South. Ow, it hurts.
I mean, they may as well print the shirts and hats for them already. I mean, they're going to win that division. They're
already
winning that division.
All right, just go ahead and print the Super Bowl T-shirts while you're at it, because they'll be there, baby. Them in Philly. Sneak peek there. They're headed to LA, man, and they're taking on the Rams we just talked about. They're coming off a rough loss. Up 19, squander the lead against Philly. And then you got Indy coming to town. Danny Dimes is ready to show what he's got. I like the Colts in this one.
I think I agree with you. I think this is a statement game for the Colts to say they're not just going to beat up on bad divisional foes, that they're actually here to belong, and they're going to take care of business against the Rams. I think they're motivated, and I think they're going to get it done. They're sneaky good. You called it. I give you all the credit. You called it. And I think they're going to go to 4-0 after this week.
Let's get it. The 2-1 Jags travel to Santa Clara, take on your Niners. Joey Bosa. Is it Joey or Nick that plays for them? I can never get him straight.
Nick.
Yeah, he's the more handsome of the two.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, in a hyper hetero way. That's the way I mean.
Yeah.
But without him on the edge, I kind of feel like that's going to impact them, man. I mean, not enough to lose this game against Jacksonville because, as you said, plug and chug. Look, Mac Jones is a fine replacement. He's fine. He can do anything.
Fine. Now Brock Purdy's going to be back this week. I like the Niners in this game. I think having Robert Saleh back there, like you said, it's more of a plug and chug thing than it ever has been the past couple of years. So I think they'll be fine without Bosa. Of course, it's a big loss. But Purdy's back. The guys are going to be high on that. I think they're high after the win last week. They gutted that one out. So Jacksonville's not flying across the country and beating Kyle Shanahan. It's not happening.
No, definitely not. I'll take the 49ers at home also. The 1-1 for now, Ravens. There'll be something and something after tonight. But they go to the Chiefs, and I listen. This is what the Chiefs are making me do right now with my face. I don't know who they are. Who are you? Like, you were in the Super Bowl last year. You came out of that game saying, we got to forget, we got to move on. We are who we are. And they should have beat the Giants by a lot more. And I feel like if the Giants had made a couple plays in the first half, they win that game. Like, it was like 6-0. It was just like, it was one of those games where I'm just like, dude, somebody make a damn play. Somebody do something. And then they made enough, but is it going to be enough against this team? Because the Ravens are good, man.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like the Ravens in this game. And the Chiefs, I saw someone point this out online, and I think I agree with them. It's like unfortunate that they have so much star power and have been kind of good the last few years because they're a bad television product right now. Like, every game they're in just isn't, it's not fun to watch.
Nope.
I think the Ravens are going to handle them like easily. I think they're younger and hungrier, and I think they're going to take care of business against the Chiefs.
I'm with it. I'll take the Ravens on the road. The 1-2 Bears. Some people calling them a Super Bowl team. I don't know.
Well,
Saw that on Facebook. You know how Facebook is. These kids and their Facebook pages. I don't even know where my MySpace login. Anyway, the Bears are on the road. They're going to take on the Raiders. A battle of 1-2s, a snooze fest. But hey, we're here, so let's talk about it.
I like the Bears. I think they'll keep the momentum going from last week. I mean, the Cowboys defense is terrible. Another team that has like just an awful coaching staff. So I think the Bears keep that momentum going. And I think Pete Carroll's getting the Raiders on, eventually in a year or two, maybe he'll have things humming along there, but I don't think it's there yet. I like the Bears.
I'm going to take the Raiders at home.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, live look at Dallas's coaching staff here. They're terrible. The defense is trash. What were you thinking? Did you just think you could plug and chug Micah Parsons? What are you thinking? It's like trading Reggie White, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Speaking of trades from Philadelphia, this is so long ago. People are like, "What are you talking about?" The Packers. We were just talking about them boys, but they're going to Dallas. 2-1 Packers. They need this game because they just got embarrassed by Cleveland last week. Come on. What are we talking about? Cowboys are not winning this game, even if they're at home.
I agree. Like I don't see a scenario in which the Cowboys win this game. The defense, like we were talking about, the defense looks so bad. I think Jordan Love's going to carve them up. I mean, if Caleb Williams did it, surely Jordan Love can do it, right? So I like the Packers.
Totally. Packers on the road. On to Monday night. Our first game, 0-3 Jets taking on the 0-3 Dolphins. Somebody losing their job. Like, this is one of those games, dude. What do you do?
Especially if the Dolphins lose, this might be Mike McDaniel's last game. Like, I think they're going to blow it all up there anyways. So, but, I think I like the Dolphins in this game. They showed some heart last week. They didn't give up in that game. They remained in it. And I think they're going to, in this next primetime game they have Monday night, I think they'll take care of business against the Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins at home. They're going to win it for Mike. Win it for him, baby. And then the late game starts at 8:15. Thank you for listening, by the way. One's at 7:15, one's at 8:15. Of course, you have to have ESPN for everything now. Thanks for nothing. That wasn't to you, Griff. Thank you for everything. But to those that are listening that have impact on this cable stuff, that's all I got. 8:15, the 2-1 Bengals, the Bungles, the Burrow-less Bungles. Let's say that 3 times at a DUI checkpoint. Taking on the Broncos, 1-2, man. I'm not out on Denver. Like, I should be, logically, but there's a fire, there's a spark. I feel like the Broncos gonna buck, baby.
So the last 2 weeks, the games they've lost, I mean, they were in those games until the end, and they could have easily won both those games. And I think even their first game, they had a decent chance of winning. They could be undefeated if the ball bounces their way a few times, right? I'll take the Broncos in this game. What a pretty bad slate of Monday night games. I mean, we get 2, and they're both kind of, but I'll take the Broncos.
Yeah, totally. All AFC. That's what you get. You get bad matchups when they're all AFC games.
True.
Well, Radio Griff, I will take the Broncos, of course, at home, and I hope you all will take us into your homes and hearts as you have continued to do for the rest of the season. For now, that is week 4, baby! And this has been the Wenz and Radio Griff. Griff, as always, you are a scholar and a gentleman.